Glad to have you with us from Music City, USA, Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The postseason rolls on, and these two teams try to finish on the right note in the Music City Bowl. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. This is a big game for bragging rights, guys. As you know, both the SEC and the Big 12 try to tout that they are the most physical conference in college football. Well, today in this bowl game, they will get a chance to prove it. Both coaches told me they want to come out and run the ball. Teams are fired up and motivated as they take the field. I'll keep you posted on the vibe here on the sideline. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. So TCU's offense as they take control of the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all of the names of receivers and all of the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have...
He's got it down the left. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
Dropping back, it's Craig. Quarterback moving. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Now on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Off play action on 1st down. A little release to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Texas A&M's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. He has a talented quarterback on the other side. He's really been looking forward to this matchup to prove how good he is. Handoff from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Reed. Using the quick game. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Reads it, fires complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run inside. It's Morrow. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Reed. Finds his man. It's Owens. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Aggies with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Running inside. It's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. He's there to make the stop. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Reed. On the run, still looking. Quarterback gets the first down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. A big stop from this defense as they force a 4th down, and a decision coming right now. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. 4th down, Reed. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Finding some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
1st and 10 from their own 17. The RPO, it's complete. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Back to pass, it's Craig. Looking left. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the 3rd quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Handoff to the single running back.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Craig. Makes the grab, it's small. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play.
And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's Reed to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Throwing Reed. Pocket breaking down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. That's reeled in. It's small. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw. It's Craig. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Payne. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Makes the grab on the left.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Breaks into the open on the left. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking for a gap. It's Owens. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, and it's a bit of a missed opportunity, I think, on offense. You know, 3rd down, I love the RPO call, and I love getting that receiver the football. You just would love to see him do something with the football. Make the defender miss and go get the first down. Simply just wasn't able to do it.
Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. On the draw, it's Payne. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
The run inside. It's Payne. He's got enough for the first down that ought to do it and should send this team into the offseason feeling good about winning a postseason game.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.